Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to another lesson with Miss Felvable on guided reading. This week is week 4, so hopefully you had an awesome spring break. You were able to get a little fresh air, maybe some exercise, do some fun stuff with your family, and take a little bit of break on our digital learning. But I'm glad to have you back. We miss you guys so much. It is not as fun teaching reading without you guys here with me. But we'll go ahead and get started. So we chose a level C book for this week. Some of you may be above a level C, and some of you may be below a level C. And that's okay because it's a little bit hard to teach everyone on their exact level digitally, but we're going to try our best. So what you can do if you're practicing books like this at home that are leveled books for kids, make sure to choose a book on your level if you can remember what your level is. If you don't remember what your level is, you can always ask your teacher, and we're always willing to help with that. So before we get started in reading our book today, I did want to look at or talk with you about, let me try to move this over here. There we go. Our strategies. So I talked about our reading strategies a little bit in our last guided reading video, but I want to go ahead and review the strategies we've talked about so far. So if you'll look over here on this side, let's see if I can get a different pen. Well, you can kind of see my pen, but so you can see the little dot over here. So follow me on the left-hand side of the screen. We learned about 4 reading strategies before you were out of school, and some of us learned 5 reading strategies as well. So I want to review and see if you guys can remember what each Beanie Baby means. So our first reading strategy we learned about when we started to learn how to read was eagle eye. And eagle eye tells us to look at the picture. Good job. Eagle eye tells us to look at the picture because we know eagles have really good eyesight. So it tells us to look at the picture. If we're getting stuck and we don't know what the word is, sometimes the picture will help us get there. The second reading strategy we talked about was lips the fish. Let me see those kissy lips. That's right. Lips the fish reminds us to get your lips ready for the first sound. That's right. So when you are reading a word, if you're stuck on what the word is, you can look at the first letter of the word, make that sound, look at that picture, and then see if it helps you. Sometimes you don't know all the tricky rules in English, and it helps us just to get that first sound out and then think, what could this word be if it starts with this sound? So that's lips the fish. The next strategy we learned together was Stretchy the word snake, right? Jack Hartman has a really fun video on that. If you want to review, you can always go to YouTube. Jack Hartman's channel has a lot of great videos on that. But Stretchy the word snake tells us to stretch our words. That's right. So stretch your sounds. You could say either or, stretch the word or stretch out the sounds. So when you have a word, you try to stretch out the sounds with all the sounds that you know. Now we know English has a lot of crazy rules that we keep adding and adding and adding. So you just try to use the sounds that you do know. And if it doesn't make sense, you can try a different sound you know for that letter. But stretchy snake helps remind us if we use our stretchy sounds like this. At, cat. You can hear the word cat really easily. But if I sound it out without stretchy snake, it sounds like this. At. And that's harder to hear the word. So for kindergartners, we always want you to pretend you're singing and stretch out the word. That's what I tell my kids. Pretend you're singing. Because when you sing, you stretch out your sounds, don't you? Or your words. All right. And then the next one, this is a little different looking monkey. We have a different looking monkey in my class. This is called Chunky Monkey. Some of you may have learned the next 2. Some of you may have not. But it's a great strategy. Chunky Monkey just tells you to chunk up the words into parts you already know. Very good. So you chunk up parts you already know. If you see AT, at, you know that's the at family. So you can chunk it up into b, at, bat, and it makes you a faster reader. And then the last one that we talked about, some of us may have, some of us may have not, and that's okay, is Skippy Frog. Skippy Frog tells us to skip the word. That's right. Skip the word. So if it's a word that you don't know, you just skip over it. But guess what, boys and girls? Are you allowed to just skip it and then just keep on reading and keep on reading? No, you have to skip over the word, read the rest of the sentence, then go back and do it again and see if you can figure out what the word was. It's like a guessing game. It's pretty fun. That's our last strategy, though. We want to make sure to use all these other strategies first before we get to Skippy Frog down here. And Flippy Dolphin and Try and Lion, we haven't really covered that in kindergarten yet. They're great strategies. Flippy Dolphin reminds us to flip the vowel, so try a different vowel sound. If it doesn't make sense to say the short vowel sound, try the long vowel sound if you know it. And then Try and Lion just reminds you to keep on trying. Don't give up. So we're going to try to remind ourselves to use those strategies as we read our story today. So our story is a level C book, and our title, I'm going to read it for you. My turn first. Oops, sight word. Tricky. Now I know this word L-O-O-K is look. But when you add ed, looked, does that sound right? No. Does it make sense? No. So let's try that again. I think this word is looked. That makes sense. I looked everywhere. Ooh, that's a big word. Try to clap that out with me. Clap out the word everywhere. Let's see how many syllables we hear. Everywhere. Try it again. Everywhere. How many times did you clap? If you said 3, you're right. I clapped 3 times too. Everywhere has 3 syllables, so that means it's a long word. But when we know the word is in the title, sometimes it'll show up again in the book. So let's not forget that tricky word, everywhere. Now, I'm going to do it. I'm going to read it again more fluently. I looked everywhere. Your turn. Great job. Thank you for following my spotlight. Good job. Now let's look at the picture. Let's make some predictions. I see, it looks like a little girl. Maybe she's playing a sport. She's got a hat on. She has braids in her hair. Yeah, her hands look kind of confused, don't they? Her hands are up, which means like, I'm confused or I don't know. And then if you look down at her feet, oh my word, what is she missing? A shoe. She's missing a shoe. I bet you. What do you think she's looking for in this book? A shoe. I think she's looking for a shoe too. Let's find out. Here we go. I'm going to click my little strategy back up here just in case we need it as a reminder. My turn. I looked everywhere. Your turn. Great job. Now let's look at the picture here. Can you look at the picture? I see another character that might be in the story. Can you guess who it is? Well, just from the size difference, it's probably her mother. You're right. And I bet her mom, maybe she helps her look everywhere. Do you think? Maybe. And where do you think they are? What could the setting be? Look at the background. Take a guess. Yeah, it could be at their house or their apartment or at their home. That's a great guess. All right, let's begin. Remember, I'm always going to read it first and model how I might use some strategies or find my sight words. Make sure you are reading after me when I say, your turn. That means it's time for you to read. I like to look at my picture first. Wait a minute, that was on one of the title pages. So she's missing a shoe right there. and her face looks confused, and her mother looks, a little disappointed. All right, let me start to read now that I looked at the picture. Looking at the picture means I used my eagle eye. Great job. Sight word. Did you look for your shoe? Your turn. Great job. You did it. Now notice, when I was reading the word shoe, I just said the first two sounds because I remember learning about digraphs in school, in class back when we were in school. So I just said shh. And then I looked at the picture and realized, what else could you look for but a shoe in this picture? Because I used my lips, the fish, to get me ready for the first sound. All right, next page. I looked, there's that big word, everywhere. My shoe is not there. Lots of sight words on this page. My is not there is actually a sight word as well. We haven't learned that one yet, though. So she looked everywhere for her shoe. I wonder if she really looked everywhere. Let's find out where she looked. Oh, sorry. I did not give you a turn. Your turn. There we go. Great job. Sorry, I almost forgot to give you a turn there. I got excited to find out where she looked. Let's find out. There's the little girl. There's her mom. We don't know their names, but I know it's a little girl and her mom. Wonder what this looks like. This kind of looks like the underneath of my bed. Lots of toys and things under her bed. All right, let me begin to read. Sight word. Here we go. My turn. Did you look? Not a sight word. Let me use my lips, the fish, and I'm going to try Stretchy Snake with this one. Und, under. Now that's tricky. I haven't learned this ER rule yet. Under air. I wonder what that word is. You're right. It sounds like under because they are on their knees looking under something. Great job. Let's finish. Did you look under the bed? Bed? I did it. Remember, if you get to a word and you're not quite sure what that word is, you know it's not a sight word, use Stretchy Snake to stretch out your sounds and then see what word makes sense. Did you look under the bed? Your turn. Great job. I don't know. Do you see a shoe under the bed? Nope, I don't either. Let's look at the picture. Her mom looks a little disappointed. She looks like she's trying to explain something to her mom. This is her bed. Yes, it's a bed because it has a pillow and blankets and some stuffed animals. My turn. I looked everywhere. My shoe is not there. Now I remembered this word was shoe because I've read it a couple times already. Shoe. There is no picture clue here for the word shoe, but I remembered it from the other pages. That's a good strategy as well. Your turn. Great job. Let's go to the next page. Let's look at this picture here. They're looking inside something here. It looks like she has toys in here. Box of toys. Some toys on the floor. All right, now I'm ready to read. My turn. Did you look in your toy box? Box? Did you look in your toy box? Notice when I sound out words, I go back and I read it for fluency. I read it quickly, just like you have been learning to fluently add and subtract with Miss Mingus. When you read fluently, it means you read pretty quickly. So when I use my sounds and strategies, that's okay, but I want to make sure I go back and read it fluently so I understand what I read. Did you look in your toy box? Your turn. Great job. It's not in there. Oh, both of their faces look kind of what? Sad or upset. Good job describing the emotions on their face. How do you know that the little girl is sad or upset? Look at her face. Porque sí is not an answer. That's a lot of the answers we get because she does. She just looks that way. You're right. She does look sad, but look at the things on her face that tell you that she's sad. Good. Her eyebrows are down. When your eyebrows are down, that usually means you're sad. And her lips and her mouth is frowning a little bit. It looks a little bit sad. Her face does. All right, my turn. I looked everywhere. My shoe is not there. Poor thing. Boys and girls, have you ever felt this way before? Where you lost something and your mommy said, come on, you know where it is, go find it. And you said, but I looked everywhere. I can't find it. That's happened to me before, not even with my mom, just with myself. When I lose things, I'm like, where did I put that? I feel like I looked everywhere. Oh, interesting. Now, this kind of looks like a closet for clothes. I wonder what a closet for clothes is called. Think about that. And it looks like, what did mommy find? Because I see 2 slippers, 2 sandals, 2 fancy shoes, and 1 red shoe. Boys and girls, what color was the shoe at the beginning of the book? Do you remember? We haven't seen it in a few pages. That's right, it was red. And I think this is the missing shoe because every other pair of shoe has 2, 2, 2, and only 1. All right, let's begin. My turn. Did you look in your this word is hard. Okay, strategies tell me eagle eye. Looks like a closet. Closet. Could this word be closet? No, it can't. Why not? Because it doesn't start with the letter C or K, right? C says k and K says k. Not closet. Did you look in your, let me try lips of the fish. Ooh. I still don't know what that's called. It's a tricky vocabulary word. All right, all I can try is stretchy snake. I'm going to try my best. Wardrobe. Magic E. Wardrobe. Wardrobe? Have you ever heard of that word? It's wardrobe. Good job. If you know WAR spells war, that's an R controlled word that we haven't learned that rule yet. You'll learn that in first grade. So the word is wardrobe. A wardrobe is something that holds your clothes. It's a place that holds your clothes. Did you look in your wardrobe? Your turn. Good job. Great job trying to say the word wardrobe. That's a tricky word. Boop. There it is. Oh no. I did not look everywhere. I did not look there. Oopsies. She forgot to look in her wardrobe, which is her closet for her clothes. Silly girl. Your turn. Great job. The end. Boys and girls, thank you so much for taking the time to read the story I Looked Everywhere today with me. This book was a level C. We reviewed our reading strategies that help us with tricky words. And also, please look for the posting of the Spanish version of this book. A lot of you speak Spanish at home, and it's really beneficial to read the book in Spanish as well, because sometimes there might be words that you don't understand in English. And when you read it in Spanish, then it helps your brain translate to figure out what everything means. So please be on the lookout for the second posting of this book in Espanol. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, boys and girls, don't forget to check the assignments page. Every Monday, we post all the videos and the assignments that go with each lesson. Thanks.